Guys, I'm gonna be real with you. I pre-ordered this movie the day the trailer dropped, like right after I got done watching it, just because of how hyped I was. Crossovers are a treat that we do not get very often. No matter how many SpongeBob X Breaking Bad fanfics you make and spam the creators on Twitter, it's not gonna happen. Scooby-Doo is probably that one exception, though. Scooby-Doo and crossovers go together like peanut butter and jelly. Ever since those weird Batman crossovers they did, Scooby-Doo has been eager to just keep going with a new crossover every second. Whether that was a good idea or not, I'm gonna let you decide. But when they announced a crossover with Courage the Cowardly Dog, you know I had to get on it. I'm not gonna lie, one tiny bit, you guys. When the trailer ended, I pre-ordered the movie on Amazon in an instant. Then I forgot about its existence until it came to my house, and here we are. But was all my hype worth it? In a way, yes. So let's get into it. The movie's plot is, to say the least, all over the place. So in the beginning, Scooby and gang are taking in some clown who robbed a bank, and then all of a sudden Scooby starts having an acid trip, and then he dances and twerks, and suddenly runs away. The gang chase after him in the mystery machine and end up in nowhere, aka Courage's house. Once the whole gang meet up, they figure out the reason why Scooby-Doo and Courage were both having acid trips is because of a high noise frequency coming from an unknown source. And after some dialogue, the gang gets an invite to the mayor of Nowhere's mansion. And for some reason, Muriel always loves to point out the fact that every second, I didn't know we had a mayor. Then after some Easter eggs and gags happen, they find out the noise caused the dogs to go crazy was a machine underground the mansion, which is being controlled by the villain, who I forgot to mention, which are just giant cicadas. Then, after they find out why the cicadas are huge in the first place. Apparently there's this giant meteor underground Courage's house that makes everything weird and nowhere. But enough with the plot summary, it's not even that important or good. All the ending is just Courage villains being found out to set up the whole thing, and then a bad joke with a dance scene. Yeah, I'm just gonna say this, I kinda skimmed through the plot because itself it's not very special, or the thing I enjoyed most about the film as a whole. But the first thing I want to mention is the visuals. For a Scooby-Doo movie of all things, the backgrounds for this movie are gorgeous. There's this one car chase scene and I swear I was dumbfounded about how the 3D backgrounds look. Hell, they must have been put 7 hours in each frame. Or maybe I'm just dumb or over-exaggerating. It really could be either one. Another visual-related thing I'm going to talk about is the title card. It's styled like this old arcade with all the characters getting turned into arcade games as the credits come in. I know that sounds weird, to just watch it yourself. I didn't really know how to explain it. But what I'm not over-exaggerating about, and the truly best thing out of this entire movie, is Eustace's rap scene. Pretty much one of the best things to ever come out of animation, period. Another thing I'm going to mention is, at least from my point of view, the movie has a really bad pacing problem right in the beginning, right up until it calmed down when they met Courage and gang. This is probably just the writers' team trying to cut to the meat and potatoes of the movie faster, but at least to me it was a tiny bit jarring. But I'm not going to let it cut to my main review since it is a bit of a nitpick. This movie is just set up so perfectly in my honest opinion. There's no convoluted setup, and why they meet, it's simple and straight to the point. It's really refreshing just to see Courage back after so many years. It was a great show that Cartoon Network just let sit in the corner for a number of years, but at least they brought it back for something good. Scooby-Doo crossovers are a pretty mixed bag, but this is definitely something to check out just for the character interactions alone. Don't get me wrong, I love some good world building, but it's truly nothing without good characters in my opinion. To wow me over, you gotta have an interesting character. And that's what this movie is good for. It feels like all these characters were made to meet. Especially Courage and Scooby. Their interactions are so sweet, it's like they're lost twins finally meeting. There's also this whole mini arc, you could call it, where Velma learns to appreciate herself more while talking to Muriel. I don't know, I just kind of wanted to mention it. It's pretty sweet. And that's the only reason I really recommend this movie, is just for the character interactions. The dialogue and jokes are pretty okay, and just this movie is really nice, except for the plot itself. It is just so well written. The only big criticisms I have for this movie is that, one, the entire plot itself is pretty lackluster. I feel like they should have led more into the courage aspect of things. It feels more like a goofy Scooby-Doo movie with courage, rather than what it should have been, Scooby and the gang facing more of a courage-type villain, with more of a creepy vibe in general. That's what this movie truly lacked, was more of a creepy courage feeling than anything. But overall, this movie was very enjoyable, to say the least. Like I stated before, just watch it for Courage coming back alone. Nice to see him come back after so many years of stagnation with his franchise. So yeah guys, good job. Besides all its flaws, it still shines as one of the best movies to come out as of recently. So yeah, 9.5 out of 10. Well, see ya. Oh yeah, sorry for being gone.